Hi everyone, happy Webtoon Wednesday. Today I'm going to be talking about Marriage of Convenience. Now, this one does not have any sex in it so far. There's not even kissing. There is like a couple still pictures of our main characters, our main female characters, like past memories of her previous life, where she's like holding hands with her husband and they're kissing in the act, but you don't see anything, so it's definitely not a smut. I don't really necessarily consider it sexual because, I don't know, that's just not really sexual to me, to be honest. This is Bianca. She's the main female lead. This is the main male character, Zachary. This is the second prince. He is not a good guy. Our main female character, Bianca, has had a second chance at life. In her previous life, she was known to be cold and mean and frivolous and just wanted to be with her husband just for the money sake of it. She didn't have any children with him. They did have sex in the previous life, but they never produced any children. Now her husband is a very famous count and knight and warrior. He has won like all of his battles, but at one particular battle in her previous life, he actually dies. And because of that, his brother takes over the estate and kicks her out. Now, she's dying. She's coughing up blood. She's in front of a shrine. And she's praying to God to give her a second chance. And so she gets sent back. I think it was like 9 years in the past to when she's 18 years old. And she's still married to the Count. Now, I will say it is rather strange, but they have it where her and the Count got married when she was 9 years old. Again, there was no sex around that time, but it's still really strange to be thinking that she was 9 and he was like 16 or 17 years old and they still got married because it was a marriage of convenience. Her dad basically told him that it would make their families like more tight, and it would give the Count all the stuff he needed to kind of like get a step up in life, because he was actually kicked out of his home by his older brother after his dad died and was like ostracized and didn't really have anything to his name except the fact that he was a great warrior. So, but Bianca's father, marrying her off to him was basically his way of helping the main male character, Zachary, get a step up in life, which is weird. Now, again, like I said, nothing happened when they were younger. There was no kissing. There was nothing, right? Nothing at all. I just want to make that explicitly clear to people. So she lived at the Count's house from 9 to 18. And now at this point, at 18, she's back in her body. She went back in time. She's starting life over again. And to her, the main goal she has in the beginning is she just wants to have sex with the Count to get pregnant so she won't be kicked out of the estate when he gets murdered, 5-6 years down the line. So originally, it was really cute and really funny. Like, I really liked the fact that she was like really aggressive and like trying to pin him to the bed and like trying to like get him to kiss her, or like, saying that she wants to have his heir like now and they need to get to it. Like, that was really funny. It was really cute. And it kind of added like that comical dynamic between them. And then somewhere along the way, she started getting like really nervous and like really anxious. And I think part of it is because she starts getting real feelings for the Count, whereas she didn't in her previous life. But she starts getting real feelings for him, and she starts to like kind of double guess herself and doesn't really put herself out there as much as she had in the beginning of the book. And she acts like really shell-shocked and shy when put in like romantic or sexual positions, even though in the beginning of the webtoon, she sits there and she says like, well, I've had sex before, like this is no big deal to me. I'm like 15 years older than him because I like came back in time. But then that kind of just like goes out the door, and she's just like really naive and innocent, which I would get if she hadn't gone back in time and she hadn't been like all gung-ho from the get-go. So I don't really like that part of her character, is that she was like all about it, and now she's like super hesitant, which I don't know, just for me, I'm like, it was funnier when she was like trying to get in his pants and he was like, no, but you know, whatever. So Zachary, our main male character, is super handsome, he's super kind, and he always felt like Bianca had no interest in whatsoever because he was young when they got married. And not only that, you have her crying all the time because she was a child when they got married. So for him, he only knows Bianca as like the girl who cries, or like the wife who doesn't want to be with him or yells at him because he comes home from war and he smells like blood when he goes to see her. Yeah. Now, Zachary's a good dude so far, no complaints. Like when he gets jealous, it's really funny and really cute because he either like kind of has like this look on his face where he's really sad, or he's just like super mad and intimidating, like he's gonna kill a bunch of people. It's one or the other, and they're both great. So I really like the artwork. I really like the story. There is like this weird love triangle thing that's going on, and I don't know. I'll see where it goes. I'm on chapter 40 right now. There are a lot of struggles that they go through because Bianca is trying to be different than her previous life. So she's trying to be more assertive in what she wants and being like the countess of the estate. She's trying really hard to kind of just like be the woman she's supposed to be and leave a good impression. She's also trying to make sure that if something does happen to the Count, if she doesn't have an heir, she has some way of providing for herself, so she's not being thrown out in the streets or the woods like she had in her previous life. And that's, I guess, the main driving point for her, is that she doesn't want to die like she did in her last life. She wants to live and be happy and healthy and be able to take care of herself if that happens again. Even though the husband is a warrior and the webtoon talks about war a lot, there isn't a lot of fighting or war scenes at all. There's like a jousting scene around where I am, and that's about it. So maybe eventually there will be more, maybe flashbacks, or maybe there's going to be like a war in the future where we'll get some more battle scenes mixed in there as well. All the side characters look different, and they all have their own unique personality and attitude. So I really like that you can remember the side characters. You remember like their names, and you're like, oh, he's the funny one, or he's the quiet one, or the maid. There's only one maid that serves her, so she's easy to remember, but she's like a real sweetie. So I really like the fact that the side characters aren't really just like passerbys. They're always involved in every chapter in one way or another. A lot of things have changed though, like in the timeline. I don't really want to go too far into it because I would really like for you to go and read it. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye everyone.